There's this guy, he's messed up. And there's the religious people who say they love God, but show they really don't. They just keep on walking right by him. One is, I would just call him a preacher, and the other one's a Sunday school teacher. But then you got this other guy who, he is a person that no one really wants to have anything to do, and he ends up being the one to show the guy who's all messed up mercy. What does he do? He heals his, well, he attends to his wounds. He puts him on his own ride, on his own horse. He puts him into an inn. He pays the bill for him. And he really takes care of this person. That's kind of like what a merciful person will do. A person who's full of the wisdom of God will look for opportunities to be a blessing to others. That's a very beautiful thing. We don't see enough of that. You know what I see a lot of? From God's people. You know what I have done in my own life as a man of God? You know what I've done? I've done a lot of murmuring, and I've done very little reaching out and helping the needs around me. And when I'm describing this, what are some needs that y'all know about and you walk by each and every day, and you might have done it today? Some of y'all at the end of the service, somebody come down to this altar and repent. You know what repent means? It means to change, to turn away from your sin and trust in God. Turn to God. It's not a bad word, it's a good word. What do you think of some needs around you? Y'all don't think there's anybody with needs? Mercy. You're full of mercy. Now this person who has the wisdom of God is compelled and controlled by this mercy. In other words, they just can't help it. Let me give you an example as you are thinking, because I know you are thinking of some things in your world where, man, I could show some mercy here in this area. And it might not cost you any money. Some of the things is just a word. Man, you know no one cares about this guy over here. No one talks to this guy over here. And all you would need to do, man, some of y'all big football players go up to that little guy and say, hey, man, what's up, dude? It's all you need to do. And I tell you what, man, it's like, wow, they said hi to me. What did that cost you? What's up, Doc? What's up, Carlos? You all right, man? What did that cost? Nothing. Full of mercy, you're controlled by it. It controls you. You stay up and you're like, man, I got to do something. You know what the wisdom of this world is controlled by evil. They got to put somebody down. They got to crack on somebody. And this guy, this girl over here, man, just putting her down. And it's lies. You get everybody laughing about it. You get everybody talking about it. Oh, did you hear about... Did y'all hear about that girl over there? Oh man, that girl. Or did you hear about that guy? That dude, you heard about him? But you're a Christian. You put the man down, you're murmuring, you're running off the mouth, but yet the word of a person who's full of the wisdom of God, listen, they don't just talk about being good, show it. You know people who talk a good game, but do very little? It's foolish. You're running off the mouth, but you don't do nothing. God's wisdom is practical, and it brings forth action. You're controlled by it. Well, give me some examples, guys. Y'all ain't saying nothing about how you can show mercy in your world. Anybody?
By inviting someone that really doesn't hang out with people and inviting them to your house to hang out or whatever.
Chilling with a brother who you know doesn't have any friends, and that's big time. Y'all might think that's just for youth. Adults need to do that too. One of the things I've noticed around the Christian community, it's not just in this church, it's in all churches. Reach out. Give me something practical, guys. Man, hurry up today. I saw this. This brother right here was in line. Man didn't have no money. I had to help him. I had to help him. It just, I don't know, I just had to do it. Anybody?
I was tutoring.
The what?
I was tutoring. Before I came to church, I was tutoring a kid. And we had a gym, you know how people, they run around, right? The big boy. He's like, he gets tired, he's there with me, and say he's slow. He don't go in, and he
Happens a lot. A lot. Somebody, somehow, some way. I seen this man walking over here on the way to church. What did I do? Wave at him? He'll make it. He got it. Let the mosquitoes eat him. He'll be all right, right? What did he do? He pulled over, waited, and the man ran up to the truck. Hey man, what's up, dude? Let's go. Come on. That ain't nothing for her. That ain't nothing. We're habitual beings. I do one negative thing today, it takes 21 days to formulate a habit. I do negative today, it'll be easier for me to do negative tomorrow. It'll be easier for me to do negative the next day. It'll be easier for me to do negative the next day. In 21 days, guess what? Guess what kind of person I just developed myself into being? A wise person? A foolish person, because I'm full of negativity. And it burns me up when I hear it on my kids. I don't like this food, I don't like this, and I don't like you murmuring. You know what? You need to go to bed without dinner. That's what you need to do. Yeah. You all wonder if God does that for me. Instead of praising, instead of having faith, knowing, I know my God's going to come through, I doubt. And I murmur. And I don't look for opportunities to bless people. I'm so wrapped up on my own needs that I can't see the needs around me. You know, a lot of us here tonight, we're like that. We can't come up with examples because our mind is so foreign to reaching out. We're so used to people reaching out to us that we've developed a habit. There's two types of people in this world. There's givers and there's takers. There's foolish and there's wise. Which one do you think falls under which category? For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, full of mercy. Nothing we can do for ourselves. He knew we needed Him. And He knew there was no one else. So He was willing to say, you know what? I'll die for you. Now, did He have to? Many of us think He did. Let's move on. Full of mercy. Secondly, unwavering. I love that word. To be unwavering. What does that mean? Let me read the text. He says, first, pure, peaceable, gentle, full of reason, full of mercy. Good fruits. Basically, that's good actions. You're going to know when a person loves God. It ought to show. Because your actions show it. Right? Then you're unwavering. Now this is the one I like this. To be unwavering means to be unshakable. You got a singleness of mind. Let me give you an example of what it means to be unwavering. You're at a place, maybe everybody's doing something. It's not like they're not all murdering somebody, but they're not doing what they need to be doing. Maybe it's a Friday night. And everybody's doing it, right? All my boys got a girl, so I gotta go get me a girl. And you know what guys do with girls, right? So, you know, I mean, I don't want to be the only one that's out, and my friends are gonna make fun of me, you know. When was the last time you heard of a male being a virgin by the time they graduated? Y'all ever heard about that? It was a good thing to, today I was talking to somebody, and I said, I married my wife and she was a virgin. I said it in front of the boys so they could get it in their head that, you know what, y'all need to save yourselves. You know what an unshakable man of God and woman of God would do? A woman full of wisdom would do as a Christian? Hey, if you mess up, you're not a Christian. Can't beat a dog for barking.